Okay, so we're doing this test here. You can hold this up a little bit higher. Okay, just not too high, not too high.
Yeah.
Like here, it's right there. Okay, you can put it on there. Yeah. So you can tell me, is this your a sheik? Sheik. Shake. Okay, very good.
Oh, is this good?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now when you're ready, you can tell me where you're from
All
and
right.
your name.
All right. Saudi Arabia, Rakan.
Huh?
Rakan.
Rakan.
All right.
Okay. Sounds like rattan furniture. Rakan.
Rakan.
Okay, so if you want to, you can answer this question. See if you could add. I know you're probably very good at this, and it's in different language, but you probably know English, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and add up those numbers.
All right. 1,000 plus 40. Now add another 1,000. All right. So 2,040. Add 10. 2,050. 1,000 more. 3,050. 3,090. 4,000.
Very good.
No. 3,100.
Ah, so I was going to say well done, but you see, that's a good answer you give right now.
Yeah.
You passed the first test.
All right.
Okay. 1 second. I have to get my something else in here. Yes. Now, when's the last time you had your eyes tested?
I don't think I've ever had this.
Ever?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Do you see these two cards here?
Yeah.
Can you spot the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
The ones, they're both of them are different colors, so blue and red. Blue and red.
Blue and red.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all? Is that the only difference?
One's slightly bigger than
Which
the other.
one's bigger?
Actually, I think it's an angle. Can you put them over each other?
Yes.
No, like over each other.
No, but you tell me first of all, what do you think?
First of all, I think one's bigger than the other.
Okay, the red, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and if I was to say the words abracadabra, which is closed by the way, how about that?
And now the blue's bigger.
Now the blue's bigger. Is it a magic word that does it, or is it what you were saying a moment ago? Is it an optical illusion?
I think it's abracadabra.
Okay. Now here's the reason for doing this. You've had your eyes tested, yes?
Yeah. No. Well,
Yes.
now?
Just
Oh,
now.
okay.
Okay. Now, do you value your eyes?
Yes, I think everyone does.
I'm taking out these glasses just in case you think, who is this guy? Okay.
All right.
You value your eyes.
Yeah.
How much value would you place on just one eye?
I don't think you can put a value on an eye.
You can. You can. You tell me how much. If I was to say to you, we have a Saudi Arabian doctor,
All
okay,
right.
and he can take out your eye, okay,
right.
you won't feel any pain, but he will give you 2 million euros.
I mean, it's eyesight. You can't really
But
put
you
a
still, have
price on
one,
it.
you still have one eye.
It's one eye, but like one eye makes a big difference.
There's a lot of people with one eye.
A lot of people with one eye, but there's more people with two eyes.
Okay, what about this? A special offer,
All right.
weekend special,
Okay.
both eyes for 20 million.
Both eyes for 20 million.
Yeah, you'd go for that, yeah?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think would you go for that?
No, I wouldn't.
You.
Because I wouldn't see the money. How do I know it? How do I know that they're giving paper? It's newspapers.
That's actually
Okay. Okay, now you value your eyes very much, okay? But have you ever heard this well-known English expression, the eyes are the windows of the soul?
No, I haven't heard
It's
of
a
it.
new one for you?
Yeah.
The eyes are the windows. So it basically means when you look into someone's eyes, you can kind of get a feel for where they're at, what sort of person they are.
Yeah.
In fact, many judges will ask questions like, "Hey, look into my eyes," because they want to see the person. Why you can't look me in the eyes when
Yeah.
you're asking you questions? Okay, so if it's true that the eyes are the windows of the soul, I have this question for you, and that is this: how much value do you place on the soul, the inner man, the spirit, or the soul of man? How much value do you place on that?
I don't think I can think of one, to be honest with you. Like
More than the eyes?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No.
Less
You mean you mean the value of the soul
Yes.
is more valuable? Obviously, yeah.
Okay, so like more than millions?
Easily.
Okay, I have a reason for asking this question. Because if you value your soul as much as you say you do, how much time or thought have you given to the big question of what happens to my soul when I die? Have you
Yeah.
given that any thought at all?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, and have you any conclusions that you could share with me and with my friends?
Yeah. So. Yeah, هذا أنا مسوي. So basically, I'm a devout Muslim. Okay.
You're what?
I'm a Muslim.
You're
Islam.
a Muslim.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so basically, when you die, you already have a description of what's gonna happen to you when you die and what happens to your soul. And so basically, all humans or all sons of Adam, all their souls go back to the graves. So where they
Soul
reside.
goes to the grave. Yes.
Yep. So where you reside, you'll wait until the day of judgment, and then also everyone just rises back up.
Everyone.
For the day of judgment. Old and new.
Okay, so that shouldn't be a problem for everybody then. So every soul, not bodies, no? The soul,
yeah.
The soul goes into the grave?
Yeah.
So the body surely
I'm sorry. So it goes back to
okay, so the body goes to the earth.
Okay.
The soul goes to where?
The Almighty.
The Almighty. And he says, hey, good to see you.
Yeah.
That's it? And there's no judgment, no?
No, there is judgment.
What sort of judgment are we talking about there?
What do you mean?
Like, what happens in that judgment?
Good deeds, bad deeds?
Oh, you mean somehow it's like a weighing up?
Yeah.
Okay, supposing somebody said, what's the pass mark?
Pass mark?
Because
I don't think it's that simple, to be honest with you. Like, it's not simple to just like weigh your like deeds in like just a specific value of number. It's much larger than that. I'm just giving you a basic idea.
I know, but let's say, for example, the outcome of such judgment, okay? What is the possible outcomes? Is there 2 outcomes or 3 or what?
As in like the final destination?
Yeah.
There's technically, 2 outcomes.
Okay, so let's say, give me the name of one of those places.
Paradise.
Okay, and the other?
Hellfire.
Okay, supposing I said I don't want to go to hellfire.
All right.
And I want to know, how can I be guaranteed to go to the paradise? Surely I would need to know, is there a way of gauging how I'm doing so far?
Yeah. I mean, so it's.
I mean, what I'm saying is, you wouldn't want to find out on that day. I'm sorry to inform you, but you are not
doesn't
going
really
to paradise.
work like that, because like it doesn't matter. So I'll give you an example. So if let's say bad man lived his entire life as a bad man,
and by bad man, how would you define that?
A bad man, what would you consider a terrible person? That is a terrible person. Does everything that you shouldn't be doing. Does not believe in God, and etc. And so days come close to his deathbed, he discovers the word of God. So when you regret deep down inside, when you regret your entire like your entire history of what you've done, and you want to be a better version of yourself, that's what we call tawbah. So in tubtu ila taba Allah alayk. So if you return to God, I don't have to translate it directly to English, but if you seek forgiveness from the Almighty, He will forgive.
Absolutely guaranteed?
Absolutely guaranteed.
Okay. So a person could...
But you can't be... It's not a game where you'd like, oh, I won't do this again, and then you do it again, oh, I won't do this again, so forgive. So it's really what's deep inside.
So let's supposing a guy said, I've done a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah.
And the other person, they never did anything wrong in their entire lives.
Yep.
So that person's guaranteed, but the other guy's not guaranteed. Is that what you're saying?
Guaranteed is a very, very strong word to use. You can't really guarantee hell or heaven, because you don't know what happens behind the scenes.
Would you not want to know in advance?
No.
You don't want to know?
I don't want to know.
What if you're told, what's your name again?
Rakan.
Raka. Sorry to inform you, Raka, you're not going to paradise. And you say, well, where did I go wrong? And I said, that's just that one little thing that you did wrong. One little thing. If you it could have tipped the scales in one way or the other. But I'm sorry to inform you, but you have failed. Okay? So we're doing this video, okay? Do you understand? Imagine finding out, I'm sorry, you're just 1 point short.
All right.
And you're not going to paradise.
Okay.
Wouldn't you want to have known beforehand, what could I do to change that so that I will not be told that?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
You wouldn't want to know in advance?
No, you would want to know in advance.
So you have no guarantees?
No guarantees in what?
Of any paradise.
Guarantees in paradise?
Yeah, there's no guarantee.
I don't understand. Like, you can't guarantee yourself to paradise, and you can't guarantee yourself to hell. It's both.
And also, let's have just a quick examination of the judge. Who is the judge? Is he a perfect judge?
Yes.
Does he have absolute high standards?
Yes.
So would he allow no murderers, but you can be a liar, no problem?
No murderers, but you can be a what?
A liar?
Yeah.
thief maybe,
Okay.
but no murderers.
Okay.
Do you think that God is like that? That He's just like easygoing on certain people, but tough on other people?
It's like it's really hard to say, to be honest with you.
Okay.
See, I'm not a scholar, so if I were to scholar, I'd have a lot of things to say. But
See,
unfortunately, I'm not.
My
But, like, it's hard for me
my
to.
understanding is that
Yeah.
God is holy
Correct.
in every way
Correct.
and doesn't lie Himself,
Correct.
doesn't do wrong in any way. Okay, so therefore, I mean, I'm coming from a Christian point of view. Okay. Now, for example, it says in the Bible, all liars will have their place in the lake of fire.
Okay.
All liars.
Correct.
Not just all murderers, but all liars.
Okay.
So that's a very high standard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yet in Islam, right, according to what you believe, every page of every surah says that Allah is merciful to all.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? So therefore, surely a person wouldn't worry a thing. They'd say, but sure, Allah is merciful to all.
There are people that do believe that. In fact, like some of my friends that do, like, they don't pray. What do you call it? So basically, what I'm going to tell you is that yes, Allah is the all merciful. Allah is the most forgiving. But you also have to balance that Allah is hard on punishment. Shadid fil idab. So basically, hard on punishment. So you have to balance your fear and love to God, because like you can't be like, oh, God will forgive me and just do that, because it's not that simple.
It sounds a little complicated, doesn't it?
It is.
Okay. Have you ever been?
For me to explain,
has anyone ever shared with you the gospel of Jesus Christ?
Yes.
You believe He's a prophet, okay?
I believe He's a prophet.
Well, He said these words in John's Gospel, chapter 14, verses 1 to 6.
Right.
Basically, I'll put it in a nutshell. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Now, that's very exclusive.
Okay.
He said, He didn't say, I am one of the ways. Okay. There are many others. He said, I am the way, the truth, not another truth. I am the way, and I am the truth, and I am the life.
Okay.
And He says, no one comes to the Father except through me. Now, was He a true prophet? Was He a true prophet?
He was a prophet, yeah.
Do you believe His words then?
I believe His message. Plus, I don't believe the Bible. I believe it was
Have you read it?
I have not read it.
Right,
I have read part.
Wait a minute. You said, and I'm not trying to argue with you here,
Yeah,
you said you don't believe the Bible, but you've never read it?
It's hard to say, because, okay, we believe in the three holy books. The Bible was sent by God. What was the one for the Jews? I forgot what it was
Torah.
called. Torah was also sent by God. But it was...
Have you read the Torah?
Harif. No, I haven't. But it was, what do you call it? Harif. Which one? It's been, like, changed to suit mankind's
And
wants.
you would know that because they told you that?
No, because there's a lot of versions of the Bible.
Have you read any of them?
I'm not going to read any of them.
Have you read any of them?
No.
So you're just taking someone's word for it, that it's been changed?
No, but like it's clearly outside. You could just see how many, you yourself, you can tell me how many versions of the Bible are.
Oh, when you're saying versions, are you talking about translations?
No, I'm talking about versions.
For example, right, how many languages are there in the world?
A lot.
All right. So there's probably the Bible in every language.
Correct.
And how do we know that it's an accurate, because even any language, to translate from one language to another, you have to go back. Not you
but
just
like,
say, you don't just take an English version and change it into your language.
The question is, why translate it?
What?
Why translate it?
Because people want to be able to understand it in their language.
But why not learn that language if it's the
Why
correct?
Would you?
So
do you know how hard it is to learn a language?
But you have to, if you want to learn the word of God, you need to take the time.
God can speak in...
I'll give you an example.
God can speak in any language you want.
But I can give you an example. So, for example, Islam, the Quran is only in Arabic. In English, there's going to be some faulty translations. That's why it's only in one language.
That's very handy if you're Arabic.
Very handy for Arabic.
Very handy for you guys.
There's 2 billion Muslims in the world, and there's
How many speak English?
Huh?
How many people speak English in the world?
Speak English? I don't know.
Probably a lot of people in the world.
A lot of people.
Okay? Is God smart enough to think, I'll give it to them in their own language?
Give them in
that they would understand in their... Because you want to reach these people, right? Millions of people. No, I can't talk to you because you have to learn Arabic first. It's crazy.
No,
surely you don't believe that.
You can't. It's hard to explain. But
this guy speaks Spanish, right? Is he going to learn Arabic as well? Whenever God can say, you know what? I am Almighty God.
All right.
I can speak in any language I want, and you can take my word and translate it into any language. It won't change the message. No, just like in translation. Not Google Translate.
I mean, if you literally all translations of the world, you can't translate context. You can't translate meaning behind the words.
How do you know that? Are you a translator?
Yeah, I've studied. You
But
can
you-
learn this this is basic high school
Okay,
English.
But you have not translated languages, have you?
No, I have. Like by myself translated?
From
No.
Arabic into English.
No. I mean, if I'm fluent in both, and I can try to translate a English phrase into an Arabic, it's really, really
Of
difficult.
course, it's not. In any, it can be a bit robotic. I know, I understand.
Yeah.
It's not going to
It's
be
not direct
it's
translation.
It's not going
Context
to be
is
direct
important.
word for word, but you can get
Yeah.
phrase by phrase type of things. Okay. Now, the point of all of that is this: don't you believe that God is well able to communicate in the language that most people speak?
God is what?
God is well able to speak or communicate in the language of the people.
Yeah.
Instead of them saying, you have to learn
okay.
all have, every person, 8 billion people in the
question?
world, I've got a word for you, you're
question?
going to have to learn Arabic.
Well, question. Okay, so if God revealed the Quran in 1,000 different languages, how would that be fair?
What?
How would that be fair? If God revealed the Quran in 1,000 different languages,
So,
wait, in 1,000 different languages.
it's called translation.
Everybody, no, translation is different. The translation is by mankind.
Think
Mankind
of-
is the one that's doing the translation.
Think of the creation, the problem you're creating. Tell the whole 8 billion people on earth, you're going to have to learn Arabic.
Yeah.
Why
I
would
don't see
you
an
do-
issue.
why would they want
It's
to
not
do
that
that?
big of a deal
Why
as you
would
make
they
it.
want to do that when they
If
said,
you-
I don't, it's hard
You
to
can learn about
language.
the religion. So there's some people that don't memorize the Quran. You can learn about the religion through
Okay,
scholars that can
going back
speak
to
multiple
this,
languages.
going back to my conversation a moment ago.
All right.
You've never read the Bible, yet you're judging it.
I've never read the Bible.
You've never read the Bible.
No, I have not.
I've read the Quran.
Okay.
So you've never read the Bible, and yet you're saying it's being translated differently. You don't know that.
No, I do know that.
You've never read it.
Why do I need to read it to?
But wait a minute,
something,
that's a
something,
judgment. That's a wrong
That's not a judgment. If it's something well agreed among people, then
Supposing
why should
supposing I said to you right now, the Quran is the biggest load of rubbish, and you ask, and then if you were to ask me, have you read it? And I go, why would I read it? This is a silly comment to make, right? But if I said to you, have you read the Bible? No. Why would I read it? It's not true. How do you know if you haven't read it? It's a silly argument.
It's not really silly. To be honest
It
with
is silly.
you. It's not that. It's
Because,
not that difficult.
because you're
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yeah,
Excuse-
So Muslims believe, according to what I've heard today, that the whole world's going to have to learn Arabic to ever hear what God is saying. And this guy has also said the Bible's not true, but he hasn't read it. But he's been told that it's not true. Therefore, he takes their word for it. Whoever these people are who told him that, you just have to take their word for it. You see these two cards? Can you spot the difference?
Yeah, the colors, obviously.
Obviously, well, it's not so obvious for everybody.
Okay.
Because that's why we test people's eyes. One person said they're exactly the same, and I said, really?
Okay.
One said one is green and one is blue, and I went, really?
Okay.
Just shows you. So what is the difference according to you?
Red and blue.
Red and blue. Any other noticeable differences?
The sizes.
What's the size? What's wrong with the size?
Blue big, red small.
And if I said the magic word abracadabra,
Wow. Okay, that's crazy.
why is that crazy? What are you? Is one? Are they different sizes?
Yeah, no.
So what is that? That's called an optical illusion. Okay.
Yeah.
Now they're exactly the same size.
Mm,
Do you know why I'm doing this?
no.
Well, when's the last time you had your eyes tested? Just a
The
second
last
ago.
time I did
Just
my-
a second
oh,
ago.
right,
Right?
okay.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Do you value your eyes?
Yes, of course.
How much value would you place on an eye?
It's priceless.
Really?
Mm,
Not even €1,000,000?
no, priceless.
Look, we had some people from Saudi Arabia, maybe some surgeons. If they could take out your eye without any pain and give you, let's say, 10 million, would you do it for one eye?
No.
Think about it.
No
10
way.
million? Okay. What about a special offer? Both eyes for 20 million.
No.
No.
It's priceless.
Okay, I have a reason why I'm asking this. You might understand it at the moment. But
Okay.
if you value your eyes,
Mm,
now you would be English speaking, right?
yes.
Not Afrikaans.
No.
Okay. So if you speak English, you understand the phrase, the eyes are the windows of the soul. Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
Okay, do you believe that's true? If the eyes are the windows
Big
of
on
the soul.
proverbs
Huh?
and things.
It's a proverb of some
Yeah.
sort, right? Do you believe the eyes are the windows of the soul? You don't know?
Yeah,
You don't know?
yeah.
Maybe? Maybe. Okay, well, here's the reason why I ask is because if you value your eyes so much, how much value would you place upon the soul, which obviously looks out through the eyes? Do you value your soul?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you how much value you would place on the soul.
Priceless.
Are you sure about that? Because my next question is going to be either, you might run away when I say this, but if you value your soul as much as you say, then how much time or thought have you given to the question, what happens to you when you die? What happens to the soul?
I'm going to heaven. I'm a Christian, so
Okay.
I know where I'm going.
Well, there are a lot of people in Ireland who say they're Christians as well.
No, I am a full gospel.
Full gospel?
Yeah, Christian.
Oh,
Yes.
so that means that you're one of those ones who would say that you've been born again.
Yes, I am.
Okay, now that's an opportunity for you. Is this your friend here?
I'm Christian because she's Christian.
Why? Why?
I've been brought up Christian.
Why is that? You're what?
She's my mother.
Mother?
Yeah.
I thought you were a sister. Okay, so it's very windy.
Okay.
Well, that's good to know that there are some people here from who are Christian people, because I've just spoken to some Muslims. I speak to people all the time just to have an idea of what's out there. There you
Yeah,
go.
definitely a lot of souls to be saved.
Yes. Okay, and I'm pastoring a church in Killarney. You see.
Oh, I remember you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
You lost a lot of weight.
Did I?
I
Maybe
was at your wife plays the guitar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
I came there 2020.
Okay. Well, good to see you.
Take
All
care.
the best. Very good. We're doing a interview. You want to do? No, you can try. Ти думаєш, люди має душа?
Не совсем зрозуміло останнє слово. Лютий май это
Слово, a word. Soul, inner man, soul.
душа.
Душа.
Душа,
Because
душа.
dosh, rain.
Rain.
Dosha, soul.
Soul. Болить душа.
Hold this up closer.
Хворіє душа за Україну. Дуже хворіє.
Okay. So in English, I was trying to say, do you believe that do you think a person has a soul? Yes, that's English. Do you think a person has a soul? And what do you think happens when somebody dies?
Somebody, кто-нибудь...
I think your dog wants to say something.
Більшість людей дуже
Hold it up closer, 'cause-
переживають цю трагедію, яка сталася у нас. І душа болить у кожного. І це
After this life, what happens?
of course, звісно, це ж закінчується. Починається нове життя, яскраве,
Не закінчити.
закінчиться.
Finished?
Всі війни, всі переживання, все закінчиться. Це тимчасово. Все закінчиться. І значить почнеться нове життя.
Вірите в Бог?
Звісно. Коли людям не віриш уже, більше нікому довіряти.
My Ukrainian language skills are not so good.
My English not good.
I'm just trying to throw a few phrases out there. Yes. Люди не хочете говорити про смерть.
Приходится. Она есть. Ибо она сейчас естественным путем прерывает ее.
Не хочете знать. So people don't want to know. Yes. Okay?
Okay.
So bring the gospel. Slava Gospodo. Okay. What is your name?
Alexander, Alex.
Alexander Alex?
Alex.
Or just Alex for short. Okay, and your dog's name? What's your name?
Johnny.
Oh, good. He said that without moving his mouth.
No, it's very friendly.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
okay. Dakuyo, muchas gracias. Thank you for stopping.